I think we've come to an era where most people are kind of tired of the Mr. Beast over edited style videos, right? This whole concept of a dopamine rush style video, over editing, noise, cartoon effects is getting too much. I feel like it's frying people's brains and people are getting too tired of it at this point, right? You see the likes of podcasts, you see like Sam Solik, all these long form content creators. They're starting to get more popular, and people are starting to recognize that having a chill long video just talking, it appeals to them more, right? Especially if you're an adult. I see a lot of kids, they love the over edited styles, right? The kids, it's fine, but they want to watch like cartoons and all these things and be entertained. That's fine. But as an adult, personally speaking for myself, I don't like seeing all these animations on screens and all these sound effects and all these graphs and stuff. I rather have videos where it's just talking. That's what I watch, right? I watch a lot of long form content. I watch 20, 30-minute videos of people just talking, whether it's podcasts, whether it's just commentary style videos like these. And what happens is when you make these type of videos, it cultivates a much more of a mature audience, right? And not so much kids. You're more targeting anyone between 18 plus, 22 plus, 20s, 30s type of audience. What happens is down the road is when you cultivate an audience, they're more relatable, right? The audience you cultivate when you do these type of long form content, so you talk about like real shit, business, entrepreneurship, instead of some BS videos, laughing. Back in the day, like these stupid vlogs, Jake Paul and all them a lot used to make, right? Obviously they're different now, but back in the day, people used to love it. But it doesn't cultivate a mature audience. When you have a mature audience, you respect them more, and two, you can talk about the things that you like personally, right? So I'm quite big into like business, entrepreneurship, philosophy, and all these things, right? And if you have a mature audience, you can talk about these things. Whereas kids, they don't really understand, they haven't experienced life, so they don't know too much about these things. They can't understand it, they can't comprehend it. And so they'll just click off and they'll watch another over-edited style video, and that's perfectly fine. But what happens is when you do make over-edited style videos, yes, you do gain a larger following. That's one thing I've noticed, right? But the following, like I said before, it's just kids, right? And it's hard to monetize those type of audiences. When you have much more of a mature audience, you can start a community, and the community is more, people of like-minded nature. And when you build a community of similar people, like similar interests, you can bounce back up between ideas. You can leverage your community for business. You can hire better talent essentially, and the chances of you doing business within your audience is much greater. People like business people, 30s, 20s, actual professionals, they're more likely to watch your content, which means you attract better talent, right? And this is very important in business because you need good talent, and trying to hire people, especially if you don't know them personally, it can be quite tough. Whereas if you know your audience, you know who your customer avatars are, then it's easier to vet them out essentially, right? Now, personally speaking, I would rather have a mature audience. In my videos, I like to goof around now and then, have a bit of humor, and that's fine. I like doing that. But I would rather have a mature audience who, I can bond, have a stronger bond, have a stronger connection, have like meetups in person where we can actually talk about real life shit and actual business, entrepreneurship, money talk, right? You can't really do that with kids, below 16, right? So it's quite difficult. So all in all, I would rather have a community rather than have large subscriber followers, right? I'd rather have a small community of like 100,000 subscribers where we all kind of know each other, what we do. We all like bounce off each other in the school communities or in the comments, rather than have a bunch of subscribers, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, or a bunch of kids who just don't know anything and just type whatever they want, right? You can't really relate to them, especially when you're older, when you're like 20, 25, 30, and you're still making these over-edited style videos. You're just attracting kids and you can't relate to them, and in doing so, you can't respect your audience, right? And so in terms of longevity, it will affect you longevity wise, right? Whereas if you're just real, we talk about real shit, you attract real people, and that's what builds a stronger community. So yeah, that's what's been on my mind recently. Just want to get it out there, and you know, if I'm attracting like-minded people, then that's even better. You know, I'd rather prefer that than have a bunch of subscribers who I can't really relate to, and I'm kind of faking my personality for them just for views and subscribers, right? And also, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my weekly newsletter, bi-weekly newsletter, I do send twice a week, but I've kind of rebranded it, so I called it Silver Linings. So my new newsletter is called Silver Linings. I implore you to check it out. Essentially, I'm giving you tips on CRO, sales, and copywriting, which are, I think, some of the most fundamental skills in the 21st century, especially in the digital age. So, you know, if you sign up, you get weekly information about that. You know, you can learn something new and implement it into your real life, and maybe even monetize it. And then the other email which I send is more of like life thoughts or philosophies that I'm thinking at the time, and you know, something that you could think over in your spare times, like shower thoughts essentially. So yeah, I'll put the link in the comments below. It's free, why not? Sign up, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.